Welcome to a brand new episode of the Malaga Insiders. And it's not just an episode, because I hope this episode is the start of something huge. Because this week, Malaga had its first win of the season. We're here to talk about the latest Malaga news, and we're going to look forward to Las Palmas. But of course, we are also going to look back at the win against Real Sociedad B. I'm joined today with, let's start in order you came on, because we've been waiting a few minutes for someone. Let's start with our holiday man, Paul. Paul, welcome to the show.
Good evening, Chris. Good to be here again.
You've been watching it from home last weekend,
Yes, I did. Yep.
but there's also a big but, because you will also are going to watch Malaga play next season, and they're playing away, but you will see it from the Costa del Sol, I think.
I will do, yeah. And I'm there for the Granada game as well.
Oh, nice. Is the wife coming to the football?
No, just me.
And then we had to wait a little time for him, but he's here after exactly 9 days and 9 nights of drinking. Drinking, basically. I want to say nice food as well, but probably didn't get
Not a
lots of
lot,
food.
no.
No. Sergio's back on the podcast, making his debut this season.
Hello guys, how we doing? Yeah, I'm happy to be back after a long summer and after a very, very long period, but yeah, happy to be back. I'm more with a win. What better way to start?
The answer everybody's waiting for, probably. How was the fair? 9 days.
Well, it's a little bit less than 9 days, around 7, I think it is officially. But yeah, a little bit tough to the end, but yeah, enjoyable, good, very good. I recommend it to everybody.
What was the best? I'm going to ask a few questions. What was the best song during the feria this weekend?
The best what?
The song.
Song.
Which song was like the song of this fair 2025?
Good question. I have to say it has lost the tradition of Malaga. Before it was a lot of flamenco and all that. Now it's all like reggaeton music and all
You have to
music for
name the
younger.
song.
It has to be Joy to Quevedo and
Joy
Vélez.
too.
Yeah.
How many phone numbers of girls did you fix this video?
That's a secret.
That's an unfair question.
That's privacy. I can't say.
What was the drink of?
I have to say not a lot though.
No, not a lot. Okay. What was
Yeah.
the drink of the feria this? What was the drink of the feria this year?
Cartofal, like always.
Oh, we have to change that one day. It's so
Yeah,
nasty. Okay,
Well,
let's.
I found Paul at Hermanos and he didn't want to try it. So,
Yeah.
I've got forced to try it by your dad.
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There's
Oh,
nothing
God.
worse than Cartogel.
I know, yeah. But it's nice though.
When is it nice?
It's nice at the moment. It's not nice in the few hours after you had it.
I agree. It seems nice at the moment because it
Yeah.
changes from drinking beer, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's a different taste.
Dangerous.
Oh, it's
Very
very
dangerous.
dangerous.
Yeah. But yeah.
It is what it is. It comes with the fair. You can only
Okay.
drink it during fair, although they sell it the whole year. I have literally never have seen a Spanish person or a Malagueño drink Cartogel when it wasn't Feria of Malaga.
No, I haven't either. I don't even know if they sell it. I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever seen
you
it.
can buy it.
Can you buy it? Well,
Yeah.
I've never realized, to be honest.
No, you never
Never realized.
paid attention. You only pay attention to
Yeah.
Cartogel when August reaches.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about Cartogel. Where are we starting? Let's start with the thing that is fresh off still a bit fresh, maybe. The win against Real Sociedad. The lineup. Shall we start with the lineup? I have it in front of. We had Herrero on goal. That's not a big surprise. We had Carlos Puga, Pastor, La Rubia, Joaquín, Doutor, Victor, Montero, Niño, Dani Lorenzo, and Isa Merino. Happy about the lineup, Paul?
In a word, no. I think you know my feelings on Victor. I think Danny Sanchez should be playing ahead of him. Certainly in my lineup every week he would be. And as much as I like Danny Lorenzo, I would have started Lobetti before him to give Danny Lorenzo a bit of a chance to bed back into the team. He was out for 6 months last year. But starting with Danny Lorenzo ahead of Lobetti, that was okay. But for me, every week Danny Sanchez would be in before Victor. But that's personal preference.
What do you think, Sergio?
Yeah, I was surprised with Victor at left back. I have to say, I think right now he's not doing that bad, to be honest. Then midfield, Dani Lorenzo and Doutor. I expected it, to be honest, because Luis is out, and I don't think he was going to rely on Juanpe. But yeah, not really surprised with the lineup, to be honest. I wasn't really surprised.
I have to say, I think defensively Victor isn't that bad. I think his problem is attacking. Every ball he puts into the box ends up in nothing. It's like, I don't know.
I mean, I think he's been better this first 2 games that he were nearly all last season, to be honest. I think that at least that's my feeling with Victor right now. I don't know Danny Sanchez how he is. I don't know if he's physically suffering from pre-season or he's just lost his position right now with Victor. But yeah, quite surprisingly more with how the season finished last season. So yeah, let's see how this goes in the future.
Another player I start to hear critiques about, and he hasn't been in Malaga for a long time, is Doutor. People don't seem to be quite happy with Doutor. Do they understand football, Paul?
The jury's still out for me on him, to be honest. I haven't seen enough of him. And I think I said to people with the first game, it's a bit of an unenviable position. He's in the middle of the park, having to try and bed into a team and see how everybody else plays. And obviously, Luis me being out is a big miss as well, and him having to come into that position and play a little bit further back. But I thought he was all right. I'll take him a while. I'll take him a few weeks, I think, to get into the team. But I haven't seen anything spectacular from him. But I thought he was all right. I thought he played a decent enough game, to be honest.
I think. What do you think, Sergio?
I think he's a good player. I think you need to give him a little bit of more time. But overall, I don't think he's done bad in these 2 games. As well against Betis in pre-season, I think he was one of the best out of the team. So I think there's definitely a player in him. But I think it's that type of player that needs a little bit more time to get used to the team. But yeah, right now I think I'm happy. I know the other day he went quiet for a bit. That's why I think he was subbed off. But I think he's a good player, and I don't think it's worse than what we had last year there. So now I'm happy with him.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
I also agree with that, and I think as well that maybe it's still a bit early to judge him for 2 matches, 2 official league matches he played.
Yeah.
Do you guys dare already to say which is the best signing of the season?
A hard one. I mean, Montero at the back, I thought was brilliant with Pastor. So looking, I mean, he's only just come in to the team and played 1 game and just getting to know his teammates. But I think that'll be a very good signing. Obviously, Niño banged in the goals in pre-season, and he's already scored once in the league. So, Yeah, but I think Montero looks like he's going to be a good signing. Joaquin as well, but he's been here before, so he knows La Rosaleda, he knows Malaga, but he started really well, I thought, as well. Went off the boil a bit, I thought, on the weekend, the second half, but yeah, I thought he had a good enough game as well.
What do you think?
Yeah, I can't say the best sign at the moment. We've only played two fixtures, but I really like Adrian Nino. I think he's that type of striker. He's not frightened. He's young. He plays in front of La Rosaleda, and he's like he's been doing it all his life. I think he gives us another option in attack. I think he's different to Tupe and Jauregui that we haven't seen yet, but what I've looked of him in the past at Ferrol and that I've seen, there's another type of player, Nino, and I think he's going to be really good for Malaga. I think he's going to be a good goal scorer, to be honest.
So Malaga kicked off at 9:30, a bit late for all of us, I think. Doesn't make really sense the time we kicked off. And Malaga started pretty well, I guess. Was the better team?
Yeah, definitely. I think we were the best team up there doing all game. I mean, it's typical in this division that there's always that period where nothing really happens in the game, slows down a little bit. I mean, Real Sociedad B, you're not going to ask a lot from them. It was clear that they came to Malaga to get a point, and they had their chances in the first half with a mistake of Montero and a couple of the shots, but Malaga, I think, were completely dominant of the game, and we deserved to win. Yeah.
Do we have to debate on penalties?
Yeah. I thought it was a penalty.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was ready. His leg was swinging back to take the shot with his right foot, and the boy came in and took his standing leg from him. So
I mean, nowadays in football, you don't know what's going to happen with the penalties, but I've seen in other matches that they've given a penalty for a similar thing. So I don't know what to say, to be honest. I mean, if we wouldn't have won that match, it would have been talked a lot more about the penalties. I haven't really seen people talking about it, to be honest. But if we would have dropped points, I'm sure that everyone would have been talking about it the next day. But at least we got the 3 points and we don't have to remember it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they weren't given.
Sorry, the way he went down didn't help him. But definitely contact there, and obviously I'm biased, but I thought it was a penalty.
I was surprised that VAR didn't. I don't know if VAR got involved, but it was a really quick decision from the referee. At least inside the ground, it didn't take him too long to make the decision. I don't know how that went. So,
I always have a strong opinion on everything, even when I don't have to. When I'm not being asked to give an opinion, I also have a strong opinion. But I have a feeling that since 3 seasons, watching football the last 3 seasons, I'm a bit blank because it feels like I don't understand the football rules anymore. That's how I feel, at least, because I think a lot of decisions don't make sense anymore in football, of which it isn't looking very clear anymore, is it? I think the only thing that VAR brought is more doubt with the fans, with the players, with everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a VAR fan. I don't think it really helps football. As I said, it would. I mean, what I said before, I've seen penalties in other games for the same thing given, and in this game they weren't. I mean, I know it's difficult, and I imagine it's a really difficult profession being a referee nowadays in professional football, but I don't know, some things I still don't get to understand. I don't know if they have to change the system or VAR. I don't know if it has to be the managers that are the ones that have to apply for a chance to be revised. I don't know what's the future on this system, but what I do know that I don't think it's going to disappear. So we'll have to live with it, and we'll have to improve it. So,
what do you think, Paul?
So, yeah.
I think some referees they're not scared to give decisions, but they rely too much on VAR, and it stops them making a decision. like linesmen. You know, when the linesman does, it's an obvious offside, he doesn't put his flag up until the last minute. But they wait for the VAR to intervene and say, right, it's definitely offside. And I think some referees are like that as well. If VAR wasn't there, it would make them make a decision, whereas some of them rely on the backup of VAR and err on the side of caution and don't make decisions.
I agree, but it's not that I'm against VAR, but I think you're still young, Sergio. But Paul probably remembers the Thierry Henry goal with his hand.
Yeah, against Ireland.
Yeah, that was a horrible moment in football, I think. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about the hand of God of Maradona as well. I mean, and there have been, well, not too many. I think those are the most outstanding ones.
Yeah, prominent. Yeah.
But maybe you can also say, like, for example, Malaga Borussia Dortmund, for example, or Borussia Dortmund Malaga. With VAR, Malaga would have gone through.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
The 2010 World Cup final when Nigel de Jong made that horrible. Well, what was it? It wasn't a tackle. It was a flying kick.
Assault.
Yeah, assault on Xabi Alonso. I mean, that's also, you know what I mean. That would also have been a red card. Spain won that, but so I think there are moments where VAR should exist, but I would do it in a different way. Maybe like field hockey, where you have 3 moments as a manager to be able to use VAR, and then the referee checks the moment.
Actually, that's what they were talking to do with Primera Ref this season, to allow the managers of each team to choose when they want to get involved with the VAR. I mean, it is true what you're saying there. It does sometimes it does give fairness to football. It does. Yeah, and other times I don't think it's used properly. I imagine that we'll have to get to the point when it's actually used in a proper way, and the sport will be better for everyone.
I think, like for the examples, like Ireland playing against France, and you're working hard throughout seasons, and it's an important match, and someone hands the ball in like he's playing volleyball. I think that shouldn't be. You know what I mean? I mean, players train hard. Players live for those moments, and if you can avoid a moment happening like that again, then you should. I think the FIFA should. I think the Spanish league should. I think every competition should. But I also think the way it's going now, it's not okay.
I agree.
But that was the penalty. We got a bit off track there. The overall feeling after the first half, Paul?
A bit frustration that we weren't leading. I think we had a few good chances. Pastor's header should have done better with off the free kick when it came in. And then right at the end, Nino was through 2-on-1, and then his ball to Daniel Lorenzo was just overhit slightly. So we had opportunities in that first half, certainly to go into the break in the lead, but I didn't think we played too badly. Especially as you say, Sergio, Larry Albi came for a point, and he sat in, and I thought we had enough chances and decent chances there to score in the first half.
Yeah, what did you think, Sergio, of the first half performance of Malaga?
Same. Frustrated to not be leading, but overall, I think I was quite confident because we were dominating the game. We had a few chances. Joaquin hit the crossbar, had another chance of a shot inside the penalty area. But as well, a little bit worried because they had their chances as well, and I thought the second half they might wanted to go for some more. At the end of the day, they're an academy team. They're not really bother what they finish. I know that they want to do the best, but the young players and they're not scared, but it was the other way around. So yeah.
What I was seeing, I wasn't happy at all. I think Malaga looked okay defensively, our strongest line again. Um, but it lacked on chances, I believe, from Malaga side, like big chances. I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't like a really match. It wasn't a match where I thought, "Wow, this is entertaining" or something.
No, absolutely. I think you're right. I was frustrated. It's probably more
Yeah,
to do with the fact that we had the header from Pastor, which you should really have done better with. And then right on half time, you're getting frustrated because we're not creating clear cut chances. And then Nino goes through 2-on-1 with Lorenzo, and that I think that pass to Lorenzo just summed the whole half up. He overhit it too far in front of him. Lorenzo had to go and retrieve it from the left, and then the chance was gone. So yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it was frustrating, but we should have been creating more chances for me.
Yeah.
I spoke with Alex of the Spanish Segunda show. He was in Malaga together with Liam. Great to see them, have a chat with them, and talking about Malaga. That's exactly something he misses at Malaga. It's always he misses that playing forward, creating the chance. You know what I mean? It's always
Yeah,
ball to the side, ball to the side, ball back. There's a. It's not really. You know what I mean? It misses.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we
No,
was promised from Fair that he was going to change his style for this season. I think that we've seen a good pre-season or a much more offensive Malaga. We've seen all the goals that we scored before the start of the league, and hey, I was frustrated as well as you because we're not playing bad, but you're missing that. Creating chances, going for the game, scoring a couple of goals in first half. I can't remember a Malaga team that actually went to half time with 2-0 scoreline. I
Malaga should
really
be.
don't. It's really, and when it's happened, it's not being useful. I do miss that. I think that BFIT has changed a little bit the system this year. I think we play a little bit more fluid, but it's still got a lot to work to do. I'm
yeah,
excited to see how we do this week against a big side like Las Palmas. I don't know how he's going to adapt. Really hope that we don't go like we used to do to only get a point away. We need to change that if we want to do something bigger this season.
I think that we're. I was surprised in after preseason. Like had a really good run at preseason.
Mm.
Um, we played the football we want to see, like going forward, and instead of going
Yeah,
sideways, we're going backwards. Um, but I think we're totally back to Pellicer football, where um, we try and score a goal, but the main focus is getting not concede a goal. I think that's the
yeah,
main focus of
yeah,
Pellicer, and I don't think that brings us any further than we have been last season. And I do think we have the players this season to go forward and to seek for that goal. And that's the thing. We're not seeking for a goal. We're trying to not get a goal against us. And that
yeah,
with one of the best defenses I think in Segunda.
yeah.
yeah. I agree.
I mean, the first game against Eibar, I did have the feeling that it's the tough team to play against Eibar. I think they're really solid, and it was difficult to Malaga to implant what they did the week before against Betis, which I think against Betis we were fantastic. That's the Malaga that we were talking about pre-season, scoring goals, creating chances, fluid game, everyone having a really high pressure. I was really surprised. Sure that this last couple of games we've been struggling with that, but I imagine that playing competitive football is not the same than playing a friendly. I imagine that we still have to give them a few more games to see if they can develop this style of football. And I really hope that they do it because if not, how you said, Chris, we're gonna see a similar season than last one. So, and we don't want that. So let's see what happens.
It was still the 70. eighth minute probably where I thought it's going to be a draw. I
Yeah,
didn't see Malaga score a
true,
goal.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
true.
pushed
I
a
mean,
bit, and I also wasn't very confident, to be honest.
no, I wasn't either. I think up till as I said, the two chances just before half time, you get a sense, right? Okay, that's good, decent
Yeah,
chances there. We should have done better. But then for me, the second half was flat until later on. And when I was watching, I got right down there. There was static. The ball was going out, as you say, played wide, looking for somebody in between the lines. But the forward two, Chupe come on for Daniel Lorenzo, and the midfielders they were just standing on the defenders. There was nobody coming deep. The
Yeah,
only person that came deep a couple of times was Larubia, and he had a quiet game, I thought, until later on,
I
until they
think.
started running at
Yeah.
players. But that for that 20 minutes, and I think it changed when Wampe came on. So like 20, 25 minutes, there was nothing. It was static. It was back to this across the sides, back again, up front, back again, and it was yeah, and that was when I started to get the feeling we're going nowhere
yeah,
here. And as you said, Sergio, it was back to what Pellicer said it wasn't going to be. He's got to go forward and start attacking and stuff. It was back to the old, just knocking it about
Yeah.
and not really looking for penetration.
And
yeah,
if I look to the biggest mistake, in my opinion, um, was taking off Joaquin Munoz after the first half and taking off Nino.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know what it is with Chupete now, but he is the last two matches he came on, he's nowhere.
yeah. I thought the substitution at halftime was wrong. I would have brought on Lopetti for
Yeah,
Daniel Lorenzo rather than Chupe because I thought, and you said this earlier, Sergio, that even though they're different players, Nino and Chupe, they're playing the same position and they were getting in each other's way, and there was no width
Mm,
from the two forwards. They were, and that for me, Lopetti would have come on and run down the inside of the left and enhanced with Joaquin before he went off. And that would have given him more. And then if you're taking Nino off, put Chupe on then.
I think what a dangerous thing as well is that we're again changing our strikers too early,
Yes.
yeah,
and I think that's a dangerous thing because it's not good for confidence. I think it should be that Nino is your first choice striker. You have to keep him on for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Give him the confidence. If he
yeah,
scores, he scores. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I mean, there are more people who can score a goal, right? But you can't take a. I mean, I'm not sure what minute he went off, but he went off like pretty soon in the second half.
50,
50,
50 something.
53rd, 56 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
10 minutes in. Something. I mean, for me, our problem, I think that we've been used to watching this style of football. And I said I'm happy with it. I mean, we won. I'm happy with the result. I'm happy that we were dominating the game. But it's true that until like the 78th minute, until Fampe came on, we didn't we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I
But
think we
also,
had I think we had one shot on target. And I don't think we have to fall in that mistake of thinking, oh, we've won, but we've done the same thing than last year, really. Winning typical last minute win at home. We should be. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to win 4-0 every game, but I need more offensive style of football. I need more shots. I mean, with 0-0 at home, we need to be shooting from outside the box. We need wingers crossing the balls into the box and players getting to it. I think Pulga was fantastic, for example. I think
Yeah.
he had a really good game. But every time that he gets to the line and he crosses the ball, he never gets to nobody. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't know if they don't train it properly. Every ball will go to the defender or it goes to the second post and there's no one there. I think
Agreed.
there's a lot to improve. For example, I don't see crazy that we start Chubete and Nino. I think that if they coordinate, I think they both can give the different style that they've got. I think they can give a lot to the team. I think they can play each other really well. And but I don't see Baker looking for that because he only lasted 10 minutes in the second half. So I mean, I don't know. I know that Baker's not going to change from night to day. But he's already had 3 seasons to change, and I think this one he's got the players to do it, and he has to. For me, he has to, and we don't have to fall in that thinking of, all right, we're winning games, we're drawing, we're getting the points. I think we need to see a change of style, and I really hope that we do.
After 67 minutes, Joaquin Munoz leaves the pitch for Aaron Ochoa. I thought Joaquin Munoz was one of the better players on our side
Yeah,
last Sunday. It's things I don't understand, and then you bring him for Aaron Ochoa, which is a great player, but you bring a winger or a center midfielder, attacking midfielder for a winger.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows where to play Ochoa. We tried him pre-season on the right wing. The other day, I think he come for a while on the left wing, and then he will play more in the middle. I think you need to give him the confidence and playing where the lad plays. I think he's an attacking midfielder. If he has to play there, just give him the confidence playing there. He's not a wing. I don't think he did bad in pre-season on the right wing, but just give him the confidence and playing where he has to play. If
Yeah.
not, I prefer someone else to come on the pitch. Even though I think he did all right, I think he was fighting the ball. He was trying to get the ball forward, but I don't know. I don't know what the plan is with him, to be honest.
I I don't know. I'm a bit. I think we're back at where we were, but more important, 87 minutes in. Rafa came in a bit earlier, but you see when Rafa came on the pitch, something changed, and with the change of Juanpe, of course.
Mm.
Um, Rafa came in at the 83rd minute for Dotor, and after 4 minutes, he he scores over at goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also called the Chilena in Spain.
Yeah.
Also called Julio Batista in Malaga.
I've heard people say that, but I think that's a bit. I would say no.
Yeah, I would say no as well, but it still gives you the vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah,
In the same goal, nearly the last minute, more or less the same minute when Batista scored. The difference is that Batista's goal put us the top of the league of the first
yeah.
division.
Yeah.
Primera División. And we were
At the
losing,
moment, don't we?
and we were losing 2-1 against Getafe
Yeah.
when he did that, and then it went 2-2, and then
Mm. But I
so
mean, I think
well,
I do think we have to give the credit to Rafa. I mean, I saw the stat the other day. I think he's played only 66 minutes in Segunda, and he scored 3 goals to give his points, and the 3 goals have been fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
you're
he is
taking away my homework. We played 67 minutes and scored
67
three
minutes.
goals.
Yeah,
And Malaga got 5 points out of his goals because the goals he scores always are very important for the team.
yeah,
He never scores a 3-0 or he never
no,
scores the third or the second. It's always a very important goal.
yeah.
Was it luck, Paul? Is he so good?
Well, the goal was the goal wasn't luck. I don't think he set himself up perfectly for it. As the ball came out, he turned and he knew exactly what he was going to do for it. So if he's and he hit it, he connected with it perfectly as well. Wasn't too much power. He placed it. Obviously, place it as best you can when you do an overhead kick. But he set himself well for it, and that's the sign of a confident player and skill as well. I mean, if to do that with your back to goal, and there was a guy coming to charge him down as well. So to get it away, so I wouldn't say it was luck. It's luck. It could go anywhere sometimes. Come off your foot and go anywhere, but he connected with it perfectly, and it went in. And I mean, the other goals he scored haven't been luck either. I don't think he's composed himself for the other 2 goals. You know, the one he smashed in when it dropped to him. That could have went anywhere if you start panicking. But no, he under pressure again from defenders trying to close you down. He took his time to walk him down, and he found the corner with that, you know. So
I'm not going to lie, it's beautiful, but 99% of the overhead kicks in the last minutes frustrate me because they always not end up in a goal. You know what I mean?
absolutely, yeah. But I
So
mean,
this time it felt right. But if
as I
he would
say,
miss it, I would be very frustrated again.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of these things. He connected perfectly with it, and it went in. You know, as I said, it could have went anywhere, but to have the confidence and the composure to be able to do that in the box and get it right, then a bit of luck, but a bit of skill as well.
I mean, usually the last Chilenas that I've seen it's always been a free kick because the foot impacts the head of the player, and he was close. I mean, he had a defender on top of him, but I think he finds his place and he positions his body perfectly to hit it, and it does fantastically. As
Yeah,
well, I mean, he's been a player that scored a lot of goals with with Atletico Malagueño last season,
yeah.
and very good goals as well. So I think I don't think it's luck at all. I just think that he's that type of player that's got a lot of danger near the box, and I think we would be stupid if we don't take the opportunity. And I'm playing. To be honest, yeah, I think he's prepared more than prepared.
I think
If
the
you
bit of luck that he got was the way the ball fell to him. You know,
Yeah.
some of these ones you're
Yeah.
talking about, Chris, are coming in, crosses from the sides and stuff, and the ball's thrown in, and a guy throws himself up in the air for the overhead kick. The way the ball was cleared, it sat up perfectly for him, and he saw it, and he thought, right, he positioned his body perfectly as it was up in the air to connect with it and score.
Yeah.
if you have to rate this match from 1 to 10 from Malaga's side, what would you rate it, Paul?
Without the goal,
No,
probably,
with a goal
probably
conceded.
without the goal, probably about 4. But I would raise it to maybe about 6.5 with the goal, because we got lucky in the end. I think again frustration because there was a few chances when Wampi came on. As I said, I think they went for it a bit more, but they didn't actually create that many clear chances. You know, and a chance like that, luckily, fell to Rafa, and he executed it perfectly. But yeah, maybe a 6.5. I think on the back of the frustration and that 20 minutes in the second half where they didn't really do anything.
What would you rate Malaga?
I would give him a 6 as well. I think we were good. We were dominant, but I think we still got a lot to improve if we want to give that another step this season. But we have to take the 3 points, and the goal was very good as well. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 6.
I'm going to give it a 6 as well. I don't think it was good enough. Far from it. I had a lot of frustration during the match.
Yeah.
And I want my Sunday nights to be quiet and easy.
Yeah, definitely.
But pray Malaga start playing on Saturday then.
You got the Sunday to recover.
Let's dive into to the news then this week so far. Yesterday night, Pellicer was a guest in our friends of 101 TV or 101 TV in Aria Malaguista. And he said something remarkable. He said that it feels like it's his last season as the head coach of Malaga.
Interesting words from him.
Yeah.
And I didn't see I only read the headline, so I don't know what else he said. But yeah, it's interesting for him to come out and say that so early in the season as well. You know, we're only 2 games in. You wonder what his thinking is. You know, maybe if we got to Christmas and he'd said that, then fair enough. But yeah, very interesting.
For me, it's not the right time to say.
No,
I don't think that in the second game of the season it's not the right time to say it. I think he knows already that it's going to be his last season, because when he said it like that, he was really confident about it. I mean, he said that he had the feeling. I think, in my opinion, I think the club's already told him that it's going to be probably his last season. But for me, in the second game of the season, it's not the time to say something like that. But I mean, it was his decision, and if he thinks it's appropriate, or it's on to him.
Will he last the season then, do you think?
I hope so. And I hope that he does it changing his style, like he said. I mean, it's got nothing to lose if it's going to be his last season. I think he you should go for it and change what you've been doing all these years at Malaga.
What he said is, I think that this will be my last dance.
Mm.
I've always confronted it this way, and I don't know how many matches I've been the manager of Malaga so far. I feel it. I feel it all since the first day against Ponferradina. I don't want to think about it. Um, that day, that only problems existed. The La Illusion. How would you say that?
The illusion, no?
Illusion.
The illusion. The illusion never goes away. I never lose the illusion. But every day I go to Rosaleda, I think it will be my last day. I live football in a different way. And that's why I'm a lot of times angry with a lot of people.
Th-
And he said, how I did last season, if I do the last this season like I did last season, I have it clear I'm not staying. Of course, I want to stay in Malaga because that's my job. And Malaga is the club that gave me everything. And now I notice illusion that is bigger than the champions. Defense are great, are very great, and that's for me commitment, a huge commitment. And then he says he's a volcano with his reactions because it lifts it so much. I don't know.
I mean, when he says if he does the same as last season, he knows that it's gonna be his last one, and he says this in the second match week, if you want to call it like that. Is what does it mean? Does it mean that he's not going to change? I mean, he's got a full season ahead, and he's already saying that if he does like last season, he's not going to continue. I mean,
In
I think
in one way, I think maybe Spanish media, and when somebody explains something in a way that he says, I feel like every day is my last day, and I think this could be my last. I think it's fair to say that doesn't say he wants to go or he thinks about it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm,
But
I mean, yeah.
also, on the other hand, I think someone who says he feels like it will be his last season, maybe he's already gone. You know what I mean?
That sounds like it. If he says that he's every day that he comes into the La Rosaleda, he thinks it's his. He feels like he's his last. That's a bit strange.
But that has been since he's been the Malaga's manager.
Yeah, but to come out and say it publicly.
And let's not forget, he has been a player of Malaga. He has
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
been youth coach of Malaga. He's been the coach of Atletico Malagueño. And then he became head manager. He's the head manager, the second head manager with most matches for as a manager of Malaga.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, for me, it's just I think it's too early to have that conversation. We've just started the season, and I don't see the point right now talking about that situation. If he does leave, I would definitely keep him around the club with another role. I think he does fantastic with bringing players from the academy, the same as Suarez. I think that if in the future Malaga does have an owner, I think that these type of professionals have to be around the club. I think that they do really well. And I do think that Beefhead has to be part of Malaga, maybe in another role. I don't know. Right now, he's a manager, and I don't see the point right now at this stage of the season that we've just started of talking about leaving or something
Yeah.
else because we've still got a long season ahead. So yeah, let's see what happens then.
Yeah.
I'll go through the rest of the news quickly.
Yeah,
Malaga is looking to sign Dorio, a winger who played last season for Ferrol. Anybody knows him?
No.
I've seen a couple of highlights yesterday.
Yeah.
I know that he used to play with Howdy this last couple of seasons. He scored a couple of goals as well. I mean, if it's another option and he's in form and he's decent, I don't mind him. But I've never seen a lot of him now.
Do we need another winger?
Sorry?
Do we need another winger? Or is there other places in the team that we could be doing with players?
I mean, I think we need another winger, but we definitely need someone that can play in midfield to replace Luismi.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine that if they're doing the winger, they're going to do the midfielder. I imagine. I don't know.
We need another player to play the ball wide too. Strange thing, because Malaga earlier said that, or Kike Perez said there was no money to sign another player, but Malaga is reuniting today, according to Radio Marca Malaga, with La Liga to be able to sign more players. And they're also talking to sponsors and looking for new sponsors. So there are several meetings this week for, I think, Jose Maria Munoz and sponsors in La Liga. And we will see where that goes. In case Malaga gets money, Dorio makes me think of Dorito. Will be the first. Will be the first player to be signed, as he already, as the club already has said that he will play for Malaga next season. Eneko is back on training.
It gives us another option up front, doesn't it?
Yeah. The Granada tickets are on sale.
Oof. I saw the prices. Yeah.
Yeah. But important it's only available in the first week, I believe, for season ticket holders and people who have the Carne Malaguista.
Okay.
So to everybody who wants to go to Malaga matches the upcoming seasons, get the Carne Malaguista, because you can get tickets earlier, which is good, because there aren't many tickets left for the upcoming season every match, and it gives you a 10% discount at the club shop.
And it's well important, whoever's got the season ticket and can't attend, they can share their ticket with someone else that can attend. So if you can't make it to the match, share it to someone else, and the Rosaleda will be in full.
Or give it back to the club.
Yeah.
Because that's another option. If you can't go, give your ticket back to the club. Other people can go. You're not going anyways. So
yeah.
And why not make other people happy who want to go to a match? And then we go to my new favorite bit of the podcast, I think. Oh no, we first have to do the preview, of course. Oh, we almost go to the... I forgot about Las Palmas.
Yeah.
Because we are playing against Las Palmas. And I'm a bit scared. Paul?
Yes. Las Palmas are a good side. They obviously relegated from the Primera last season. They've had a lot of turnover of players. They've lost quite a few players, but they've also signed a whole load of players this season. They lost Fabio Silva, who was a fantastic last season, Stefan Bajicic, Ollie McBurney, Scott McKenna left, and the keeper Sillison, but they brought in quite a lot of players. Christian, our ex-player for Malaga, is now with them. Jesse Rodriguez, Jeremiah Recoba, which is an interesting one. That's the son of Alvaro Recoba. You'll be too young to know who he was, Sergio. Fantastic player for Inter Milan, Uruguayan player. And up front, Lukovic, guy that he scored last night against Cordoba. And then we've got Jonathan Vieira, who's returned, I think he's 35 years old, returned for his fourth stint now. A fair turnover of players there. But I don't know if anybody watched the game last night. when they played Cordoba. They beat Cordoba 3-1. But they went 1-0 up, and it was an easy ball over the top. Lukovic, with his pace, ran onto it. But up until they scored the second goal, I thought Cordoba for me, they were the better side. But still a good team. I mean, Cordoba pressed, but at the back you've got Mika Marmol, who's still a fantastic player, and they've got a new guy from Legia Warsaw, Boy Barthia, partner in Mika Marmol in defence. So the two of them looked really strong. So it's going to be hard. But I think they play a flat, for what I saw last night, a flat 4-4-2, and Cordoba were getting joy in between the lines on transitions. So if we could do that, and if people could, rather than stand on the defence, drop a wee bit, or you can get Joaquin or Larubia to run at them, we might get a bit of joy at that. But they're a hard side. You know, they, as I say, they got relegated last season, but they're a Primera side essentially, up and down. But they've got that quality, so it's going to be a hard game, I think.
Yeah. They won 3-1 against Cordoba last night. And in the first match, they draw 1-1 as well against Andorra. So we have the same amount as points, but I think looking at their squad, they have five strikers, 3 right wingers, 3 left wingers. I mean, they have many more options than us. Do you think we have a chance against them, Sergio?
I mean, it's going to be difficult. It always is. A team that's just been relegated, they've got quality players. Even, as Paul said, they've lost a lot of them, but they've replaced them with young players. I was looking at them last night, very young players, but with a lot of quality, already quite some experience around Europe. But yeah, I've always think that Malaga's got a chance. I think that we play a good style of football. I think we've got the place for it. I think we've got a lot of talent in our squad. Maybe we haven't got as many options as them from the bench, but I think our starting lineup is very strong. I think we've got young players that are not scared, that like attacking. But we need to do that. We need to go away from home, difficult ground, and not be scared. Trying to play offensive football and trying to get the 3 points. I know that we're solid at the back. Our defense has always been solid. We've got a good goalkeeper, and why not? Why not go away and trying to get the 3 points? I mean, I don't want to see a team that goes to play for the draw. I hate that from a football team. I mean, sometimes when you play a match, you're going to get a point. I mean, there's no problem with that. But I don't want to see a team that sits back and it's a boring match and you're just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle and just come home with a point. I want to see a little bit more attacking Malaga. And I mean, if we want to do something else this season, we're going to have to do it, and we're going to have to go to these grounds and try to get the 3 points. So yeah, it's going to be hard, but I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what we can do.
It's going to be very interesting upcoming weekend. Yeah. Paul, prediction?
I wouldn't be adverse to a 1-1 draw.
What do you think, Sergio?
I think it's going to be a draw, but I think it's going to be a 2-2.
I'm going to say 1-1. I guess. So that's upcoming weekend. Very interesting. And now we go to Paul for the, how do we call it? We need to have a name for this section.
Well, I came up with a few this afternoon. What did I call it? Tapas mentales.
Tapas mentales.
Small bites for the brain. Cultural.
Yes.
I don't know. We could change the name. That was just something I came up with.
Tapas mentales sounds very nice.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Okay. Right. I'm going with. You get a 3-1 for this one. Okay. So a wee bit of educational history, a wee bit of cultural bits as well. So mine offering for this week is a wee bit potted Spanish history before I get into it. So the ruling of Spain, 711 Muslim forces, the Moors come across from North Africa and invade the Iberian Peninsula and defeat the Visigothic Christian kingdom. And they establish what they called as Al-Andalus, which was quite a bit of modern day Spain and Portugal under their ruling. So from 722 onwards, Christian kingdoms in the north, Asturias, Castile and Aragon, began a long campaign to reclaim the territory from the Moors, and a lot of people will have heard of the Reconquista. So over 700 years, they fought against the Moors, and that ended in 1492 when the Moors were finally defeated at the fall of Granada, thus ending the Muslim rule in Spain. However, the Muslim influence can still be seen and felt in Spain to the present day, particularly in Andalusia and the Malaga region. So the main elements being architecture and food. So within the architecture, you've got the Alhambra Palace, obviously, in Granada, and elements of the Mezquita in Cordoba, and within Malaga itself, the Alcadabal and the Gibraltar Castle being the main elements of examples of architecture, Moorish architecture in the area. But the other one, as I said, the influence is in the food. And this brings me to my cultural offering for the week. One particular item that you'll see on menus throughout Andalusia, and particularly in the Malaga region and in Malaga itself. So everyone will have heard of the pincho, which is the original tapas, the original originated in the Basque country, the humble slice of bread with a topping, bit of cheese, bit of ham, and over the years, that topping on the bread has become more elaborate and inventive. However, in Malaga and Andalusia, there's another type of pincho, and not to be confused with the Basque one, and that has come from an influence it was brought over by the Moors when they come across, and it's a small kebab, traditionally of lamb, and it's marinated in spices such as cumin and coriander, turmeric, cinnamon, paprika, and then it's grilled on an open fire, and they are absolutely fantastic. That's one of my favourite tapas, and that's why I've gone for that today. So over the years and centuries, the Spanish have made that their own. They've changed the lamb to pork as the main offering on the kebab, and to give it its full name, you'll see it on the menus in Malaga and in Andalusia, called the pincho moruno. So within Malaga itself, this is the third element of it. Where could you find the best one in Malaga? Well, if you want to find the best pincho moruno in Malaga, you head to Cortillo de Pepe, which is a small traditional Spanish bar on the Plaza de Merced in Malaga. Ask anybody that lives there, they'll know exactly where it is. And amongst the other fantastic tapas dishes you get there and the meat dishes, they do the best pincho moruno in Malaga. They've got the open fire, charcoal fire behind the bar, and they put them on there and cook them for you in front of you, and sit at the bar with a cold bottle of Victoria, a couple of slices of bread, and a pincho moruno. So if you're looking for some place to go when you're in Malaga, definitely head there for one of those. And they also do fantastic chorizo cooked on the open fire on the charcoal as well, and fantastic pulpo as well. So that's my cultural offering for this week.
I'm hungry now, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, you have raised the bar like very high for us to now. We're Sergio. You're up next time, I think.
Emma, yeah, it's my turn. Isn't it?
Yeah, it will
I'll have to bring an interesting topic.
I thought they came from the Basque country. I didn't know it came from the Moors.
Yeah, the pincho, because of the spices, the pincho moruno, the kebab came from the Moors. They brought it across with them. Obviously, the spice trades and all that in Africa, yeah. North Africa, and that.
I love I love the pinchos, and if there is one thing I always brought back when I still lived in Holland, from Spain, after holiday, it was the
little spice mix.
The spices for pincho moruno.
Mm.
Yeah,
the only thing we always brought back. So I love them. A great story. So we had already two kinds of food. We had the campero and now the pincho moruno. So
everybody knows me. It was definitely going to be food, wasn't it?
Next time, listeners go to Malaga, they are going to have a busy week, trying all the food.
Yeah.
I'm going to thank you, Paul, for this week, and great to hear the story about pincho moruno. Have a great holiday.
Thank you very much. Yes, I travel tomorrow, so I'll be across with you at some point, Chris.
You
In the
have
next
my
few
phone
weeks.
number, so you can always call me.
I'll give you a shout. Yeah.
I work till 4:30 most of the time.
Okay.
Sergio,
Pleasure.
you know everything about the La Reconquista now.
Yeah. I study
After
at school.
almost-
I'm an open book. But no, next time I'll bring something different from food.
yeah,
I
or
think we need
video.
to change. Yeah. No, Ferry, that's for next year now. That's stories for next year.
I'm
But
going
yeah.
to say thank you very much for listening, everyone, and vamos Malaga. And
Vamos, Malaga.
don't
Vamos,
forget to
Malaga.
like and subscribe. This was the Malaga Insiders, and my name was Chris Marquez.